Dear friends, greetings to everyone. This won't be the thoughts of an apostle, but a manifesto, a wonderful foreign word that carries a deep meaning and various stories. If there are those among you who don't understand what I've been doing, what I am doing, and what I will be doing, I'll try to explain it in this video. First and foremost, I am Ukrainian. I am a citizen of Ukraine. And this video is being recorded here not by chance, because the discussions caused a strong resonance about the prisoners of war who, in principle, cannot be called prisoners of war. What do I mean? Ukraine now.
In fact, it is a purgatory. A purgatory for all the filth that Moscow sends here. Multinational, multiracial, multicultural, of various faiths.
Some are outraged, some are excited. Let's try to understand what's happening now. Why do I call it a purgatory?
Because Moscow started with us.
You all understand perfectly well that it won't stop with us.
Belarusians, in fact already.
The outskirts of Moscow.
But know that if something goes wrong with us, and Ukraine doesn't stand as a sovereign state, next will be Moldova, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. All Central Asian countries will be under threat.
You must not believe that it will all end. Imperial ambitions are great, and with imperialists, you need to speak in an imperial, understandable language.
Ukraine is probably the only country in the world right now that is proving
that it wants to be free. She will be free. I know very well how many different people are fighting in our army. How many nationalities are present in the defense forces of Ukraine? But first and foremost, Ukraine is fighting on its own. The defense forces of Ukraine largely consist of Ukrainian citizens. The greatest support is provided by Ukrainian citizens, companies from Ukraine.
Yes, there are Belarusians in the army here who fight under the Ukrainian flag, but also pursue their own interests.
Because they know that if Ukraine stands, they will have a chance. Long live Belarus. We have people fighting here. Caucasians, Chechens.
They have their own interest, but they fight as part of
our army, as part of the defense forces of Ukraine.
But they also have their own interest because by standing with us, they can achieve something at home.
It's simple and clear. And we give these people the right and opportunity to fight and battle. Our government provides them with weapons, and they gain experience here that might be useful to them. Yes, undoubtedly, there are experienced fighters who have joined our army.
Yes, we have a lot of different nationalities in the army.
But we shouldn't give preference to any particular nation.
We Ukrainians, are fighting at home in an invasive war and supporting our defense forces in any way we can.
Citizens of Canada, citizens of Australia who came here following their hearts. They had everything good and well, but they came here and are helping us. Specialists, snipers, medics, surgeons from different countries are here and helping us, for which they deserve honor and praise. People of different religions, views, are also here and present. I want to reiterate my point for those who didn't understand. Ukraine is currently the main hero in the fight against rashism. We stand on the front lines. First and foremost, 99% of all Ukraine's defense forces are Ukrainian citizens. Ukraine and the citizens of Ukraine are suffering the greatest losses imaginable. The soldiers of the armed forces of Ukraine and various units are suffering the greatest losses. The best are perishing. The civilian population is suffering.
In their cities and apartments, where there is no light, no electricity, no heat, no water.
We are currently experiencing the greatest tragedy in the world. Right now, in 2026, not someone far away. It's us who are suffering. You need to understand this. Everyone watching this video, everyone talks about World War III. We are the key to either preventing or starting this World War III. If Ukraine stands firm,
as a sovereign state, with a government, not appointed by Moscow, but chosen by the people,
then there will be a chance for others. Who has been conquered? And you understand who I'm talking about. The dictatorship will get a beating. This is the main idea. This is the main meaning.
I'm in this office for a reason, because usually a piece of meat sits in this place, which was sent here, which was blessed. Meat that couldn't sit at home and was either a pauper or a loser,
or a convict, or someone deep in debt. And for some reason, every single one of them says, we believe in God. Every single one of them.
Only a few here who said, I'm an atheist.
And what does it come down to? X. A representative of the people's power decided to bring his rashism to us.
And priests, imams, lamas, or Buddhas,
blessed everyone. Turns out they blessed everyone.
We've all seen videos of how so-called warriors are blessed as they go to kill us. Everyone blessed. The murderers and marauders.
To go to this war.
And they sit here and say, we believe in God.
We believe in Allah. I'm a Buddhist. To me, they are non-believers. Non-believers. You need to understand this. I consider them godless.
Those sitting here, regardless of their religion. Why?
It's simple. Because as written in the Holy Scriptures, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal.
It also asks, why are they being blessed?
Why have they strayed from God's path? What's going wrong? Why are they being blessed? For such deeds. Who is destroying our cities? I haven't seen a single one. Loud statement. Condemning these actions, brother against brother.
This is nonsense. Complete rubbish.
I don't separate religions. For me, everyone is the same.
Everyone sitting here, whether Muslim, Buddhist, or Orthodox, especially if he declares that he performs prayers, goes to church, reads prayers, reads the Quran.
Where is God in this? There is such a term as silent consent. Can someone explain to me why any faith has to be abundantly soaked in blood? Why? Why did Orthodoxy start with swords?
Why are all faiths about blood?
That's how I see it. That's how I understand it.
Why do others who are in warmth and comfort not condemn? Why do others only write to me, saying, don't mention God, the Bible is everything to us? Why do martyrs not choose to be martyrs?
Why must infidels always be punished with blood? Why is blood normal for faith? Where is the condemnation? Any condemnation?
Why do Muslims come here to kill us? Ukrainians and other Muslims. Why do Orthodox come to kill their Orthodox brothers?
Different Bibles.
Why is Dubai an island of independence and neutrality?
Is the faith there different? Why does no one condemn and set things straight?
Why are your faiths, all faiths, soaked in blood and hatred while others silently watch?
I address everyone who has something to say to me.
Who gets excited by the manners and forms of conducting conversations with murderers?
I'm addressing all of you. I am Ukrainian. I do what I do.
With representatives of the multinational, multicultural horde
of different religions, I will communicate exactly how I want, exactly as I see fit. I will address any topics that interest me. No one will dictate to me
what to talk about, in what tone to speak, which words to use, whom to address and whom to remember.
I think I'm explaining myself clearly.
You are nobody to me, to give me valuable advice, to present or accuse me of anything.
The horde came to destroy us. The multicultural horde of different religions. Do I need to figure out all types or what?
Do I need to consider the wishes of everyone? Buryats, Tuvinians?
Do I need to study their cultures?
Tatars, Tajiks, Uzbeks, Chechens?
No, I don't need to do that. I do it because that's how I feel. That's how I understand. And you should understand it too.
Why do those who have grievances against me not condemn these beings?
Why don't you do it? Why are only my words exciting to you?
But none of you ever condemned anyone.
Not a single one was condemned. Why is that?
You, sitting in your warm apartments and houses, knowing the right way to pray, how to perform prayers, why do you criticize me and not them?
Why do you let them get away with it? Didn't you get discouraged or talked out of going to war?
Why does it bother you so much that I mock, let's say gently, the Bible?
And why is someone sitting here saying, I go to church, but they've never once opened the Bible? I perform prayers, but I've never read the Quran. Why is that? I'm not even talking about the Arabic language.
Why do you only see offensive or contexts in my words? No one commented under any video that the person sitting here is at fault.
No one condemned him for referencing God. Why does a Buddhist declaring himself a Buddhist know this just by feeling because he wants to know it that way? How does that work? Why are you challenging me and wanting me to listen to you? Who are you to me? This is some kind of surreal. Do you understand? The world has turned upside down. I couldn't care less what you think of me. I do exactly what I do.
And I do it, I believe, giving it 100%.
I don't conduct formal interviews. Just name, rank, regiment, capture, Ruan. No, I try to understand their story. I was just thinking. Why? Is the secular side dealing with the world? Why are governments handling it? Why is Trump running around doing something there?
Trying to sign some deals, peace agreements?
Zelensky literally lives in a plane 24/7. NATO is running around doing something. Someone else is doing something else. Why are people in suits?
Trying to solve a problem created by the imperialists, created by the Tsar. And why are people in robes and other garments?
Not gathering, not condemning. Where is there some kind of forum of Muslims condemning this war? Yes, I'm well aware of the Pope. No need to remind me of that. So where is all of this? Why hasn't the religious world condemned what's happening? And a fratricidal war is happening, both according to the Quran and the Bible. Why is that?
Why are Muslims here killing each other while those who kill Muslims in a war of aggression
calmly fly to other Muslims and make money? How does that work? At the beginning of this manifesto, I mentioned a word like purgatory. Ukraine has now turned into a purgatory. Purgatory for those who
broke the law once and came here to atone for their sins.
We know the word sins. Homeless, drug addicts. What do we have there? With the holy scriptures.
Prisoners, debtors, and the like.
Right here.
Those who follow my activities, as some write, who is sitting right here? Scum sits here, who came to atone for their sins and solve their problems.
There is no ideology here. He broke the law somewhere back home.
And then came here to kill us, trying to cleanse himself or to atone for his guilt.
To become pure and innocent? In which holy books is it written?
That Ukraine is a purgatory, a hell for trash and refuse.
Where is that written? Why don't you condemn this? Why are you condemning me again? The one who is simply showing you the truth. Or does the truth hurt your eyes? Why do I live in this truth? And my words make you uncomfortable.
Why don't you talk about the freaks who come here?
Why don't you dissuade them? Or are you okay with all the filth and scum of society coming here? Where is the truth, dear ones? Highly respected representatives of religion.
Let me ask you this. Could it be that you're doing something wrong? Priests, imams, lamas? Maybe you haven't properly guided your flock? Maybe then they wouldn't be here, nor these scumbags.
And I wouldn't be here either.
Maybe more, if your flock behaved appropriately, there wouldn't be a war.
If you condemned them.
Scared them that it would be the gravest sin, then maybe there wouldn't be a war.
Haven't you thought about that? But I have thought about it.
And I've thought about it more than once, when teaching a believer here how to cross themselves properly, what to say, at which place, in the name of which father and which son.
Maybe the issue isn't with me. I'm not obligated to know all faiths and religions. I'm not obliged to do that.
But those who claim to believe in something holy and great, they are obliged.
I asked them.
And those who observe my activities, as you say, they know that if someone here says they are an atheist, I have no questions.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe the flock is bad. But the whole flock can't be bad. Is 1,500 people a lot or a little? 1,500 who were here, including with Vova. Is that a lot or a little? And what does your non-OCU church say? Killing is permissible.
Depending on the circumstances, well, yes.
This video is called Manifesto. And it's called a manifesto because
no one will tell me how to speak to this filth, what to talk about.
And in what tone? This is a manifesto. And you need to understand that. If something doesn't suit you, don't watch. If you can do better, then do better. I was once tasked with doing this. I do it. And I will continue doing it, whether you like it or not. Whether I offend some feelings or not. I don't care about that. And you need to accept it.
If they weren't here, I wouldn't be here.
And I wouldn't offend the feelings of believers.
Because we look at religion from whichever side is convenient.
Don't touch our God because He is good.
But why does He allow war to happen, to start, a bloody war?
Why doesn't He stop it? Or are we not going to talk about that either? I hope you heard me. The video turned out to be more emotional.
Usually, the apostle's thoughts are quiet and calm, but he is as he is. And those hyping about me, and saying I'm unworthy, that I should be killed, beheaded, come here from your Europe. All of you telling what should be done with me. Come and kill me.
Do not insult my church. You've seen what you've done with the churches, the cathedrals. I was there, and I posted videos. Where is God? Where is Jesus, who left something there? Why did he only leave one? Well, yes, you can say now, they've strayed from God's path. But were they ever on this path? So, write in the comments, I'm interested, I'll read all of it. From my side, I can say, my program works, I pay money for information. Money doesn't stink. And as practice shows, when it comes to cash, no one talks about religion. Because in this little phone, they write, people of all religions